Greetings, fellow hotel workers. Radamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Hotel Galactic. Episode 9, One-Eyed She-Nazi. So there we go. This is the new staff room, and I'm going to call in a worker ship. Okay, we fed you. Good. Ah. His name is like Mars Attacks. Tack. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Did we feed you too? No, we did not. So we skipped, he skipped a meal. You were a 5-star. And you were also a 5-star. Was there an iron hoe? We don't have that researched yet. So, no, there's not. Alright, for now, I'm not going to make this, like, room sexy. I'm just going to throw the bunk in there. Eventually, we can spruce it up with stuff. Oh, and the meditation scroll, let's put, here. If someone wants to, like, meditate in the elevator room. I almost feel bad doing that to whoever wants to meditate, but that's where it's going. Goo density is almost done being researched. Can someone please move this smelter? You're just packed to crate. That'll get it moved quicker. Alright, so now we've got the research density. In order to get the next research density, we need red goo, which we don't have access to, so I'm not going to save up for that. Okay, other orders of importance. So advanced storage was one I was eyeballing that looked pretty good, as is the crusher, to be able to give items. I'm gonna get the crusher next because we have a lot of makeshift tools that we probably don't want to keep forever, and being able to recycle them by crushing them sounds ideal because we're phasing out the makeshift stuff in lieu of the iron stuff. So yeah, the crusher will help with that. I'll eventually get to the kitchen. The kitchen is, for reference, after First Aid Clinic, and First Aid Clinics require more orange goo than I currently have. But once the current wave of Darrets check out, I ought to be able to get it, I think? Why is there... Might need to save a load. There's like a ghost smelter there. Move. So this is our furnace. I'm just gonna like put it down here for now. And we'll do a quick save and load. Woohoo! The smelter's gone. So once we have the boards to make a makeshift hoe, which we already got, the plan is to dig out the 2 trees here so that I can build an arcade next to the dining room. And that will help with employee entertainment. Or visitor entertainment. And then in 3 hours, we'll have a new worker ship coming in. And hopefully we'll be able to hire someone that will be able to ease the workload. Another housekeeper, another farmer, maybe both. In fact, it might be wise for me to build another staff bunk. If in the case that we want to hire 2 people, it would be smart to have the option to. I don't think we want to hire all 3. I think we could be choosier than that. Another elevator would be a good idea. It's not something we can do. What do we need specifically? Specifically, we need to care for plants until it's ready to harvest for the simple life, meaning that we periodically water it. In terms of guests, we need to simplify the workflow, I guess, more than anything else. Alright, Juniper, we've got your hoe. Oop, don't dismiss. So is the hoe here? Yes, there it is. Perfect. Equip Juniper. And Juniper, go. Oh, no. Stop trying to. I don't want to dismiss you. Go get your hoe. There we go. So now Juniper can remove these trees that are blocking the way for an arcade. And I did queue up some of the sandrock to be mined. So the sandrock that's getting mined right now will smelt into glass. Unfortunately, I don't really have a good place for the smelter to physically be at. I'm going to put it here. I don't love it here, but we'll build a bigger crafting room in the future. So here are the new employees, and we've got a Pington who's good at service, which we do need a dedicated waiter. Roku, service, and Hifumi, housekeeping. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire a Pington and one of the 2 Derrits. So Casa, you're hired. And then we'll need to put the other bed down to hire the other one. And yeah, I mean, this room is left wanting for something nicer. So of the 2 remaining Derrits, we've got... We'll hire the housekeeper. Once we have space. Cool. Hired. Alright, work priorities. The housekeeper is going to be so we'll set all to low. Cooking to none. Casa cooking to none. Actually, all to low, cooking to none. So Hifumi, high priority housekeep. No, that's gather. High priority housekeep. And then medium priority service. And then Casa, high priority service. Medium priority housekeep. Basically, the work that needs to be done inside the hotel should be prioritized against, like, resource management. I like it. Now, another thing that we could do with them is to make uniforms. So at the loom here, let's get a farmer's uniform for our farmer, a housekeeping uniform for our housekeeper, and a waiter's uniform for a new waiter. And then try to replace some of the cloth that we're using. Alright, new wave of guests. For checkouts? Yeah, new wave of guests. Yeah, as far as I know, workers can't be renamed. Unless there's something I haven't clicked, but I haven't found it. I'll put it that way. Alright, so again, Just a bunch of 1 stays. We have some 3s, but mostly short stay. It's fine. Now, we haven't made tools for everyone. The new guys certainly do not have tools, and they do not have sacks. And I would say the sacks are probably more important than anything else for just gathering. So we'll get the sacks going, which means, on the loom, we'll also queue up... Oh, actually, we need fiber more than rope. Right, I think? Let's double check that. No, it needs rope. Okay, so we'll queue up some rope, too, at the end of the queue there. And the new uniforms are being put here, so Farmer's uniform is going to go to Juniper. And then eventually the other uniforms will get doled out to the new employees as well. And we should assess the old employees, the employees that have been around, for what uniform would best suit them to, because I haven't really taken a good look at what they're currently wearing. So we'll get to that at some point. All right. Juniper needs to make a run over to the farm. I'm going to wait for Juniper to wear the new uniform, though. The housekeeping uniform is going to go to Haifumi. So equip to Haifumi. So if we take a look at Haifumi, Haifumi's housekeeping is now 7, not 5, because of the boost performance when on duty. And then Juniper's farming is, or nurturing I should say, is now 6, not 4, due to the farmer's uniform. Perfect. Alright, you need to go water plants, and I'll give you a boost. There you go. Oh, we are backed up in the kitchen. Maklo, you are currently researching. What the hell? Alright, Maklo, that's it. I'm done with you. Skip everything, only cook. I've caught you so many times doing something stupid. It's also to say that for Maklo, I should probably have him put away all of his tools, because he doesn't really need any tools. So for service, we were going to have Casa wear this. No, that was Juniper. Hold on. Waiter uniform cancel. Equip. Casa. So now Maklo can't do anything else but cook, because we've caught him like one too many times being stupid and doing stuff he shouldn't be doing. And hopefully that will work. Okay, here we go. So the food delivery today might suck because we've just been adjusting some more, but hopefully by tomorrow things will go back to normal-ish. I can't tell who's been waiting here longer. For like waiting to put their order in. So I'll just click them as I can. Whoops. There's only one left to order. So hopefully we can avoid the... Nope, too slow. Samara was like, yeah, I'm done. As far as I could tell, you can't prioritize one bill over others for orders. Another thing we could do is we could come up with 3 dishes that each race likes and keep it as simple as possible for cooking speed, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather, like, solve this smarter. Which is to say, we will queue up the kitchens soon. So next, we first gotta get the first aid clinic. You know what I could do is Sparn. Let's not get master crafting. And go for... first aid. Save up for first aid clinic to get the kitchens. We also now have the space because we uprooted the trees to put an arcade in. And it needs to be at least 4 and at max 10. I don't think we need a super large arcade, so I think what we'll do a 5x3. Where's your food? It's coming, man. Alright, we're starting to get the sacks made. Awesome. And I think, despite the fact that Maklow's going to be taken off of, like, every other duty but cooking, I'm going to have him keep the sack, because he still has to move, like, food ingredients around and stuff like that. Alright, we got the crusher now. That allows us to recycle our old tools, and for that we need 2 iron rods and 6 sand rock blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 iron rods. 1, 2. So I don't think our dining disruption was a total disaster. It could have gone better, but it didn't go horrible. Ugh. You guys need to stop piddling puddles. I'm bad at remembering to, like, do that, though. That's more on me than on them. Alright, we got an arcade. It doesn't have any arcade games in it yet. So, for arcade games, we would want pinball and turnip, and for both cases that needs more glass than we currently have. So in the smelter queue, I will queue up glass, but queuing up glass also means we're going to need more sand rock. So let's mine out some more sand rock as well. And that should help to keep, because I would say for most of the guests, their rest usually is like 4 out of 5 when it's not a 5 out of 5, but their relaxation has been lacking and their entertainment has been lacking. So this should help with that. Ooh, I don't have any bentos. So this is a really good opportunity for me to get rid of my willow... Well, what's funny about trying to get rid of the willow grapes is we're also now growing them. So we'll get rid of the peppers and free up a box. And then we'll do... Oh, the queue's full. So this crude food crate should be emptied soon, allowing us to store more stuff. I know I need skyberries, so I'm going to call the merchant ship hoping to get skyberries back, because we have menu items reliant upon it. Alright, looks like all of the prerequisites for the crusher is made. So here we go, getting our crusher. And then the plan will be to try to change over our tools, so that we use nicer tools. And that will keep us... that will add efficiency. So the question is, where the heck is Maklo? Probably cooking staff meals? Yeah. Alright, so Maklo, what I want you to do is get rid of your sickle, get rid of your axe, get rid of your hammer, and get rid of your pick. Like how it just, like, craps them out. It's like, dude, I mean, there's a better way to do that, but fair play. Alright, so this sack is gonna go to Casa. And then in here... oh, no, wrong. In the loom, we should probably get, like, a chef's uniform from Maklo, too, I'd imagine. Cook's uniform. He probably would rather use his own, but too bad. Right. I think that, yeah, the crusher can be outside. So I'm going to put the crusher right next to our tool bench so that I can very easily just like crush up our old tools and recycle them. I had my workers make some glass, so I'm going to queue up the pinball and the turnip. We can make the turnip right now, but the pinball needs 4 more boards. I'm just gonna batch a whole bunch of boards, so I don't need to keep thinking about it. Okay, how was your stay? You forgot to pee. Well, that's your problem, not mine. Bathrooms are fine. Chore! You were pretty happy. Quaver, you were pretty happy. Hazel was very happy. Noburo. What's with the Darret's forgetting to pee? Lunat Pert, very happy. Yeah, we're honestly doing a pretty good job here. We're on like a high rating spree of a bunch of 5s in a row. And last but not least, Cirky. Cirky and Perky. Alright, I think we got pretty much all 5s. We're gonna have a ton of housekeeping and farming watering to do. But that's fine. And these bad boys are getting pretty vine-like. So Juniper should be over there in just a moment to finish that off. Alright, our research goo is like nearly maxed out. So, back to hotel, let's go get first aid clinic. And then that leads to kitchens, but kitchens requires red goo, which we yet to have. So this first aid clinic was orange goo, so I need to spend green and blue because we're basically out of space for it. So we'll do comfortable staff room for green goo. And then for blue goo, we'll do the dining room set. Kitchen decorations. That's a pretty good amount of research. Queued up. Alright, here's our pinball. And I think this is a pretty good room to move the radios to. Okay, there we go. While it was running, we couldn't apparently move it. So we have a dance floor. Swanky. Alright, good news! Willow grapevines are ready to harvest. Bad news, we don't incorporate it in our food, but whatever, this will at least satisfy the tutorial. So here's why I said plant all 4. The Simple Life's final quest is to harvest 4. So if you didn't plant 4, if you planted 1, you'd be in for some upsetting news. But there we go. Harvesting 4 of 4. Humans are coming. The humans are coming. Oh no, the Peace Corps returns. That seldom bodes well. Welcome to our humble establishment. What do we owe this pleasure? You must be Mr. Gustav, I presume. I am Commander Salima of the Galactic Peace Corps, of the Ivory Division, and this... And I am the Bone Crusher. Now, not now, Gonzalez. This is an official inspection. We are responding to a filed report citing multiple breaches of Galactic Codex. You stand accused of violating Article 37 of the Galactic Codex, which states no celestial body shall be manipulated without prior authorization from the Galactic Peace Corps. Our records show that no authorization was granted. In fact, there's no trace of an application at all. You moved an island, Mr. Gustav, a celestial structure, entirely repositioned. That is not just illegal, it's audacious and frankly an insult. You hearing this garbage? Step aside, Gustav. I'm gonna ring these Pitskeepers' bells like it's supper time. Okay, stand down, Maklo. This isn't the moment. You got lucky this time, Coat. I would advise caution, Mr. Maklo. According to your file, you've been incarcerated twice, so far, for assaulting Galactic Peace Corps personnel. A pattern of behavior, I see. Well, you only see with one eye, so you might not have good perspective. So by all means, give me a reason. There's more. We have clear evidence you've been hosting members of the Taravi species here on the premises. Soil-bound species are explicitly forbidden from leaving their native planet, let alone being hosted on floating islands. Mr. Gustav, that is not hospitality, this is operational negligence. And you would be wise to review the relevant statutes before operating an establishment of this classification. Yeah, you won't scurry your way out of this one, not without proper punishment. Commander, was it? On the matter of your cited article, we simply restored what was broken. The island now sits as they always have. As for your other concern, this hotel will never turn away a guest who or what they are, no matter the species. Then I may have to one day book accommodation myself. It would be unfortunate to miss such generous hospitality. Yeah, we'll build you a latrine out back for you to sleep in. I see there's no room for reason here. What penalty does your rulebook assign? Nothing you can't afford. Based on traffic records and income estimates, your enterprise remains more than solvent. Payment is to be delivered to the collection container placed outside for your convenience. Well, ain't that generous. I suggest you consider this a warning. Interfere with another celestial body without clearance, and next time, it will not be gold we come for. Yeah, might be bones next time. Maybe. Right, Commander? Quiet, Gonzalez. We seriously just gonna eat that, boss? We have no choice in the matter. The fine will be paid. You'll be notified when it's ready. Before you leave, one more matter. Some time ago, 2 individuals arrived falsely claiming to operate under GPC authority. They didn't state their names or ranks, they just demolished our elevator before vanishing. Did they now? I appreciate the report. I'll escalate the incident to internal affairs to investigate to initiate an investigation. Since when do you know how they operate? I've lived a long life. And then some more, remember? One last note. If we ever find you foolish enough to host a voider, this little visit will seem like a warm, nostalgic memory by comparison. Bye-bye, space Nazis! And yes, you are the baddies. Okay, they're only asking for 500 coin? I mean, that's fine. I'll make that in an afternoon. Losers. Yeah, time to intentionally host voiders. You said no voiders, huh? Well, can't avoid that then. Do a little room check. And then, let's see, Crusher. Makeshift pickaxe. I forget how to use this thing. Fumi, you equip the sickle. And the iron pickaxe. Don't forget to turn my dance floor radio back on. You are right. Oh yeah, there's recycle items. So it's not for tools? Okay, well, that's good to know. Law is law. Alright, ooh, look at that selection. You got my attention. Unfortunately, you are not carrying the ingredient I wanted. We'll try again. Come on now, really? Oh, so these are seeds on the right? So, shopping for the seeds would be even better. It would solve a problem long term. So it might be worth trying to grow our own skyberries. If I can pick up skyberry seeds. The other thing we could do is just plant a little bit of everything. Like a little mandu, a little tentacle shrub, and sort of figure out, like, who wants to eat what. That wouldn't necessarily be unreasonable. so we can really start to ramp up farming if we'd like. I suppose I can ask you guys. Should I ramp up farming? Yay or nay? Oh, so here's Rabbitfly seed. Perfect. Let's buy it. And Skyberry seed, buy it. They also have Skyberries, I'll buy it. To address the lag time between seed to crop. And if you're wondering about how to farm, I believe in the crafting queue... God, where is it? Also, I can't forget, soon we'll have a clinic to build. I forget where you build the bedding. Thought it was on this crafting station. But apparently not. Let me look at the research real quick. Jog my memory. Oh, you know what? I can't build bedding yet. Right, right. Well, in that case, let's pull up the crops that we have right now, because we're not using any of these seeds, right? So we're going to root out the willow grapes that we've got. And then I want 2 more crude farming containers so that we can put the other seeds over there. So that's what I'll do next. Which means I need 4 planks. At least 4 planks. It looks like you guys want me to ramp up farming. And by that I mean, like, diversify into what we're actually using. Oh, here's my other arcade. I'll put it on this weird, like, weed sticking through the floor to mask the fact that there's a weird weed sticking through the floor. Much like how in our crafting room there's like a weed here that the loom is sitting on. So let's see if we can get Russell's seeds. Haven't seen them yet. Oh, no, they're leaving anyway. Dining room needs cleaning. It does. Just a little dirty. Sparn's like dancing on the litter. He's like, man, this litter is dope. Sparn's a little weird. I think we all knew that. And we need more bentos. So, use up the last of the pepper. And then switch over to willow grape. Alright, first aid clinic is researched. Nice. Maybe what we'll do is... Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah, let's check everyone in first. Low number stays get priority. I don't even think I'm gonna... maybe I'll check in 3s. Now that we have 150 goo storage, I could probably store... As long as I'm using it, I could probably store the rewards for 3s, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. Alright, here we go. We got dinner rush coming. Because when they arrive hungry. So for the clinic, we'll ramp up farming. I saw how that poll went. But craft medicines to help guests with ailments. We need max 5 size. So maybe what I'll do is put the clinic... I kind of want to... I'm going to redesign something a little bit. I kind of want what I want to do is move the showers here to put the clinics on top. Because it will look nicer that way. So I'm gonna move the bathroom from here to here, essentially. But that needed stone. Let's call in the merchant ship again. I forgot that we're very low on like regular stone. So we needed to mine up some regular stone. And then we still haven't replaced the tools. I guess my question is, what is top priority? Tools, farming, or facilities? You guys pick what because there's too many things pulling my attention from different angles. So what should I pay attention to the most between those 3 options that up there? And of course, the guests come first. So like, this is besides making sure that the hotel is running, because obviously that is the most important thing we can do. And I'll try to watch to see if we end up feeding everyone this time. So that will be a really good milestone if we can. I think Maklo's doing a better job of it. Plus, Maklo's cooking skill is, yeah, maxed now. Because you max that at 10, plus clothing is 12. So he's like super cook. Now why am I not getting research? Sparn, what are you doing? Thank you for tuning in to Hotel Galactic, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodamont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhodamont.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow pilgrims.